So this came across my desk this morning. My wife found this thread detailing the Pokeverse convention via one of the participants, Rita, aka Bean2 Rita. It was a Philippine hosted Pokemon themed event, and it kind of ended up like a new arc in the DashCon, the Fire Festival, these kind of conventions that are built on fans' passion, and then they cash in on it. And this has blown my mind. I spent the whole morning going over this, and it's something. It's something to experience. This journey begins with our main protagonist, Rita. Her post we're gonna be going through. She got tickets for this Pokemon themed event. This might bring back some memories for those of us on the internet. You remember the ball pit at DashCon? This has that same kind of ethereal vibe. The empty floor pan, the blow up amenities. But let's discuss this in their words. I went to this expo for free because I won a contest they held for free tickets and a chance to sing with Jason Page. If you don't know who Jason Page is, there's a very, very, very easy way for me to share with you who this person is. If you have ever heard this song in your life, I wanna be the very best. You know who Jason Page is. Jason Page is at the convention. It seems pretty legitimate from the starting of it. I've been a passionate Pokemon fan all my life. I went into this experience genuinely trying to enjoy whatever the expo had to offer. I mean, it makes sense. You see an expo advertised that, they aren't showing this off, and you think to yourself, oh, Jason's going to be there. I know that they're credible. I'll get a ticket. Held in the Philippines between May 31st and June 2nd. This is hot off the presses. This was 2 days ago. And that's... We're on the cusp. We're on the precipice of this story. This is the advertisement page. Premier Pokemon-themed expo in the Philippines. Official licensed collectibles, trainer quests, cosplay contests. It just looks like a convention. I've been to conventions before. This is very convention-esque. If I saw this, I would have gone it. Suspiciously, their slogan seems to be copied from existing Pokemon conventions called PokeCon. A crack in the story. The premier Pokemon-themed expo in the Philippines, made by fans for fans. The premier and largest community of Pokemon enthusiasts and players in the Philippines. Very, very much so similar. It's presented by Kaleidoscope in Friga. Is an NFT company. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if I see NFT attached to anything, my brain about breaks. I cannot, NFTs drive me crazy. Crypto, whatever, I get it, fake funny money, but NFTs, god damn. You all I gotta say is if you got a monkey on your profile picture, I don't want it. Standard entry fee of most cons is about $9. Example is ToyCon was $500 for a daily pass, so $9 for a day. For a day at this con. Pokeverse was $1,000, double the price of a normal con, and that just gives you general access. You want VIP tickets? $102 a day. Limited edition Pokemon collectible card? Okay, you get a limited edition card, a free t-shirt, it's not free, you're buying it. And then a free trainer quest pass, also not free, you're buying it. And they emphasize, remember the trainer quest pass. So already the ticket prices are kind of a big scam. And red flags aside, they do have some interesting names attached to it. And there's the 3-day ticket, 4 signature and photo op coupons, 2 limited edition collectible cards, 1 free limited edition Pokeverse t-shirt. All these big line things for $331. Fuck it, spend big. The tickets prices were justified because of the security and crowd control and freebies. If you're paying for a ticket and the ticket comes with freebies, that you're just paying for it with the ticket cost. The justification from the con makes no sense. It's like, oh, well, you're getting some freebies. It's like, no, I'm paying for it. I'm paying you money But regardless, the day before the expo, Pokeverse reveals schedules for each of the days. You know, is it military time? Whatever. Lots of panels. Look at this. This looks like a good itinerary. So the back end all seems decently okay from what we're seeing. But it gets kind of crazy. You see that they discuss that a cosplay contest is announced and that children under 5 are granted free entry. However, the physical tickets for the child passes say it's for children under 12. So some more cracks, some behind the scenes issues. When the day of the expo came, issues arose due to the multiple discount announcements, confusing ticket booth placement, and ticket information not properly related to staff. The back end's ridiculous. There's nothing being organized. And now the con begins. So day one, they're giving you the ROM bans. I'm sure that can't come into any issue later in the con at all. Others were told by the ticket booth staff that their walk-in VIP tickets were less important with the same price as online tickets. These people would have to pay $34 to get signatures. Okay, so what's the point of the VIP tickets? Finally, day one. Tickets were sold in a booth away from the expo, called the ticketing area. There were no signs or markers stating you had to buy your ticket here. That should be simple logistics for the con. Put the ticket sales next to the con, but no, okay. And then the ribbon cutting ceremony. I've never been to a con with a ribbon cutting ceremony, but cool, they're trying something new. Supposed to start at 10, took place at 12. No announcement. So people are just waiting around for 2 hours for a ribbon cutting ceremony. What does that mean? Are they just opening the door? It just seems like they're finding a way to delay people entering. But still, it's pretty. You got Pokemon balloons. I like balloons. You got a Wooper in the back. Let's go. Inside. When the expo finally opened, guests were greeted by a large, barren space. Bro, how are you gonna have a con and this be open? I have been to cons where it's so packed that people are like squishing in with their artist booths. Where are the artists? Not even a ball pit? Oh, Keo, don't worry. We're getting closer to the ball pit territory. We're getting closer. Don't you worry. In the middle are displays of people's private collections. Okay, kind of cool. They're inviting people with private collections. This is his collection. That's dope. And to transport and set it up, awesome. The starter wall is one Bulbasaur plushie, one Charizard plushie, one Squirtle plushie, and a bunch of Pikachu plushies. Now, this is the floor plan. This is what they gave. There's the starter wall, the Pika wall, and then a giant Pikachu. This is what they display as advertising. This is what you get. You get the most empty, surreal, it's fake grass with giant, stands with a single tiny plushie on them. This feels like the scene in Toy Story 2 where Woody is put in a display case. It's like, here you go. This is your spot. Something tells me that these are glued to this and they can't escape even if they wanted to. And there was no giant Pikachu. How dare you advertise a giant Pikachu with no giant Pikachu? That's just evil. It's so barren. Maybe have Pokeballs around it. Maybe have art around it. Maybe decorate this. Maybe not the AstroTurf. The wall behind it, beautiful. What is this? When I visited the resting area, there were no indicators or signs encouraging people to stay there. Most con-goers ignored the area and went straight to the main stage to sit. So if you've never been to a con, there's often areas called rest areas. There are areas not to be disturbed by press, not to be disturbed by other people, is to allow cosplayers to change, to con-goers to relax, to get away. They're usually areas reserved for people that need to be away from it all. And this is what they were given. Does this look like a rest area to you? This is the rest area. It is situated in the middle of the convention. You're basically on display here, and there's 3 beanbags. for a convention. Are there even any chairs? No. There is 3 beanbags and this little stage. Remember, that's where you're supposed to be able to go to like change into your cosplay and make adjustments and relax and be away from the con. You are literally like a caged animal. You are separated from the con on this shitty AstroTurf with nothing. Most con goers ignore the area. Yeah, no shit. I'd ignore this area too. This is a liminal space. Why on earth would I not ignore this area? I imagine stepping onto this. I feel like I just wouldn't be allowed to leave. Like my feet would stick to it. Around 11 p.m., it was stated that there would be a Pokemon-themed baking activity, but it wasn't. It was a promotion for a cake and drink printing service. The same was true for both live sketching classes, which were not classes, but 2 guys taking commissions. The lies are starting to be revealed. Up till now, it was just incompetence, maybe some negligence, but now it's outright lies. No baking session, no sketching class, just people trying to sell you shit. The main stage, the Pika stage, all right, okay, yeah, okay. It's where the guest panels took place. It was a very professional setup, and the interview was very heartwarming and nostalgic. However, the con head called up Veronica's daughter. If you don't know who Veronica is, I believe Veronica is the voice actress for Ash? Yes. So the con leader, unprompted, unasked, no rehearsal, asked the voice actress of Ash to have her daughter come up on stage to talk. Okay, that's presumptuous and rude. And she seemed to be uncomfortable. Rita, at this point, I want to thank you. You have gone so far in depth to set the stage, and now we are starting to see the issues. Enter the Ravioli Man. Behold, chat. The Ravioli Man. A modern-day cryptid. This guy was eating sauce off of a ravioli jar in his pocket. It seemed to be a filthy Frank-style prank. There were children under 5 running around in a space that smelled like rot. Okay, you can't blame the con for this, right? There's no way you can blame the con for a man coming in unannounced and pulling a prank. Except, security refused to do anything. Now, if you remember up above, the price of the tickets was justified by having security and freebies. So far, we've seen no freebies and no security. Eventually, the Ravioli Man was escorted out, but only after he took a sponge and started rubbing it on one of the sponsors' booths. Interesting that it took a sponsor being besmirched for them to remove the Ravioli Man. Though later in the expo, security still let him back in. Can we all just get a moment to appreciate the Ravioli Man? And by appreciate, I mean the way you'd appreciate like a cornered animal. Like with reverence, awe, and fear. Because if I ever saw this Ravioli Man, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what my brain would do in this situation. Fight, flight, or freeze. I think I'd probably freeze. Reminder, this is day 1. When I finally get to the Artist Alley, the best part of any con, by the way, if you ever go to a con, the Artist Alley is the reason to go. There's so much loot stuff there. I mean, regular art. I noticed it was extremely downsized compared to the Pokeverse floor plan. Why? Artist Alley is the best part of a con. There were 4 tables in the middle that were supposed to be activity areas, but since live sketching was just 2 guys, it was useless. This is the Artist Alley. By a show of ones in my chat, who has been to a convention before? If you have, let me see if I can pull up an Artist Alley picture for a regular con. This is what an artist alley should look like. You see the booths, you see it's packed, you see there's aisles and lanes and shirts and art and knickknacks and swords, and that's an artist alley. What is this? What is this? There was also an art gallery that was selling Pokemon paintings, but for some reason, the table was 5 meters away from the art gallery. The prices of the paintings weren't even on the paintings. They were the table. So you had to walk to the sketch to even check it out, the price. Look at that. You can't even see it because it's blurry. And do you know why they do that? The reason they do that is so you can't avoid asking them and engaging them. It's a smart business tactic. It's just shady as shit. It's like, oh, I want this painting of Squirtle to hang on my wall. Well, fuck, I don't know how much it costs. Let me go engage this person in conversation. And then you feel guilty about not buying it. That's why it happens. So there's a long statement. I won't get too much into it, but to read and summarize, basically the organizational staff was stonewalling everyone. People weren't getting answers. People weren't getting responses. People weren't getting information. There was no ahead of time statement or if things were being delayed. There was no way for them to even understand what they should be doing. And the advertisement only happened in passing. The artists weren't even pushed by the event. Absolutely ridiculous. Merchants are told the night before they will open an hour late, losing business immediately. Terrible. Ticket-wise, they ran out of bands. Oh, you remember how the day before they were just handing out bands of the wrong colors? Well, now they're out of them and they're getting fucking cutie marks stamped on their hands. I thought this was Pokemon Con, not BronyCon. Why the fuck we got cutie marks? I don't need fucking Twilight Sparkle to come on stage. Like, excuse you. Theoretically, if you owned a red star stamp, you can get them for free. My theory is because they kept giving them to kids. It's Saturday and kids under 12 or 5 get in for free. So they've wasted all their bands. Didn't they open 2 hours late? Oh, good call, Keo. I didn't even catch that. Yeah, holy shit. They delayed it 2 hours. They announced an hour delayed the night before, and then they delayed it another hour. So 2 hours of business gone. 2 hours of con gone. And then it's time. The most marvelous sight, according to Rita. The inflatables. Pictured on the left, DashCon. Pictured on the right, Pokeverse. Artists spot the difference? You can't. Difficulty impossible. How is it that every one of these conventions has a shitty blow-up thing in it? Try the inflatables. They're fun, says an organizer. The only time an inflatable has ever been fun is a bounce castle. And I don't see a fucking bounce castle here. I see, oh, I can play shitty basketball. I can play a shitty hoop tossed. I can play a different shitty basketball. And what's the pencils one? What are we doing back here with the pencils? Because this is the day of the first cosplay convention, this immediately clashed with the influx of child attendees. If you were in a costume or a onesie, there's a guarantee that at least one child would start following you around and grabbing your clothes. Now, this is a sort of common occurrence that happens at conventions. However, there's a resting area. Remember back previously, there's a resting area for people to get away, cosplayers to change, people to adjust and relax. Except the resting areas on the green grass was scrapped. Good. What'd they do instead? All of the beanbags were moved near the chairs on the main stage. Despite Pokeverse recently being advertised as a cosplay event, there was no lounge. So cosplayers started changing here. Let that sink in for a second. This is where you are supposed to change into your cosplay. Do you notice anything here, chat? Oh, do you mean the fact that there's no closed doors and there's people all around and you're being surrounded by the local stage? Yeah, exactly. Where are you supposed to change? I know it's a Clodsire. Keen eyes. Keen eyes. And here's where it gets real fucked up, kids. For some reason, the camera crew would not leave the rest area alone. I know why. Publicity. There were children lying down alone on beanbags and cosplayers making adjustments to their outfits in this area. In the rest area, quote unquote, you have people shoving cameras in cosplayers' faces, regular attendees' faces, and unaccompanied minors' faces and recording them. They were filming everything. And most egregiously, unattended minors whose parents were getting food. They would even say hello and make the kids look at the camera. Of course, it would be remiss for me not to point out that this is a perspective of one person. However, with the pictures provided and the information below, I have belief that Rita is credible. As we go down, you can let me know what you think, but from what I've read today, this seems credible. I felt so sorry about the host of the event because she was trying her best. There were points where she was not given a mic and had to shout over the congoers. So if you don't know, the host of the event is hired. It's not like they had it's not like the event itself, the organizers. The host isn't a part of them. The host is a hired person to host the event. So even the person who's hired to lead the event isn't given a mic. In the meet and greet booth with Veronica Taylor and Jason Page, I learned you get a selfie for about $9 and an autograph for about 15, and both for about $20. What's the point of a VIP? If I paid, I could have just gotten the VIP experience anyway. So the VIP, if you remember, was supposed to include this, and now it's not for some reason. When I was lining up for Veronica Taylor, remember the voice of Ash Ketchum, she suddenly went to the back of the line and personally informed the man at the back that he had to tell people the line ended here and would resume at 5:30. A con goer. The man is a con goer. He's not security. He's not staff. And you know what that says to me? That says to me that Veronica had no access to staff. If Rita has no access to staff and she won her ticket, Veronica has no access to staff to help her. The con host doesn't have any access to staff. So people at the con are being roped in to do work. So I went behind him and I started telling people about Veronica's schedule. People started asking Rita about rates, and she started answering them. She became staff in that moment. This person, Rita, a contest winner, a personally invited person who will be singing on stage with the voice of the theme song for Pokemon, is now staff. At performing my staff duties, I head over to the main activity area to watch the cosplay contest. It went great, and all the contestants put on a good show. Now, I want to point out something here that you may have noticed, chat. The only two things that have gone positive so far were interviews, which have nothing to do with the event, and cosplay contest, which also has nothing to do with the event. Both things are fan-driven. So the only two things that have been good have been brought to the event from the outside by fans. That's important. Day 3, dawn of the new day. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? And hey, look! It's being announced late again! Hooray! An hour late again! I told everyone to remember Trainer's Quest. Well, it's a Pokeverse stamp rally. So this is what a stamp rally is supposed to look like from a different con. A stamp rally is an activity usually organized by a group of artists in an event or convention. Interesting, there's no artists in this one though. They will collect stamps for every purchase made at the artist tables. Okay, it's supposed to help artists. I like it. Collecting all the stamps from each participant artist wins you an exclusive prize made by the artists. So this, another event that's supposed to be by fans for fans. For this Trainer's Quest, for this stamp rally, your task is to take 9 photos of every booth. Not 9 photos total, every booth. Take 9 photos of it. Except the Make-A-Wish booth. Huh? That wasn't announced. I had to turn it into a social media influencer with brand deals just so I could get a gift certificate for Miniso. I'm assuming that's a restaurant. So this is their stamp thing. Post a photo on Instagram with Pokeverse tag, Pokeverse official. Get your card signed. Hashtag Pokeverse, 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 Pokeverse. Everything on this artist-led thing that's supposed to help artists and sell artist things is literally here for you to post photos to social media to advertise for the event. But of course they did it for the culture. So you have something to do, of course. At least it's supporting artists in some small way, even if it is predatory. I do love the penis in the background, don't censor me. After successfully posting 9 photos, I had to be escorted around the con by a con organizer because the people weren't told they had to sign anything. The guy bringing me around had to give instructions to them that if people posted pics, they had to sign. The artist didn't even know about it. After taking 9 photos of each booth and tagging multiple brands, I heard the announcer shout out an activity that was actually in the schedule. A live digital painting class. Now, from everything we've seen so far, this live painting class is gonna go great. Then I found out it was a digital art class for literal babies. They also didn't provide any tablets or art devices for the kids who didn't have them. They had to already own an iPad and stylus. The art program required was not mentioned. So this art class is a bring your own tablet, but we're not going to tell you, to this place. And then you're going to learn the basics of digital art. The poor teacher was only prepared to teach Autodesk Sketchbook, and she was trained to teach older kids in a group. The kids at the table were 9 years old. And then this new kid tried to use my iPad because he thought it was provided by the event. We had a good time though. The teacher was good-humored, adaptable, and did her best to teach. Once again, the people going to the event having to make up for the event planners. In the end, me and my friend just drew the kids with their favorite Pokemon because we were too advanced for the class. Beautiful person, Rita. Beautiful. I came back for the cosplay contest. Fuck yeah. It was open category, so it's mostly non-Pokemon cosplay. All right, you know, that's not bad. It's a Pokemon event, but, you know, who cares what cosplay you're wearing as long as it's fucking cosplay. And then panels. Again, Veronica and Jason did wonderfully. People outside the event bringing love. A lot of people had a very good time at the con because of the interactions with the guests. Yep. Part of something I can appreciate about this event. I don't agree. And I think this may just be phrasing, and a phrasing issue. I don't agree that this is a thing that was appreciated about the event. I think this was a thing that was appreciated in spite of the event. The event didn't do this. The event brought someone in, and that person had to make do with what they were given. So I would give 0 credit to the event and every credit to the people there who actually came and made this something good. The entire day 3, I was anticipating to sing with Jason Page. Remember, they won 2nd place in the singing contest. That's how they got their ticket. Through all the days, I asked the staff, hey, can I have a practice session with Mr. Page? Never got an answer. Surprising. It's almost like they've been consistently terrible about communication. Then after the panels, I was approached by organizational staff and they told me, you will go on the stage with Mr. Page and the other winners after the Make-A-Wish segment. Never announced. Make-A-Wish not on the floor plan. Make-A-Wish not on the itinerary. Where's the Make-A-Wish coming in? I love the Piplup, by the way. I know that a Make-A-Wish was a charity that Pokeverse worked with for this event, but I had no idea they were part of the program because it wasn't in the itinerary. Look at this. Cosplay themed competition, award ceremony, panel interview, PokeFam, closing program. Where is the Make-A-Wish? Now, I gotta say, no problem with Make-A-Wish. Not their fault. I looked up in sheer horror. Immunocompromised, terminally ill children were escorted onto the stage wearing medical facial masks. One of them couldn't stand. They had to get them a chair. Let that sink in. I am an immunocompromised adult, and this is scary. Yeah, they have masks, but this is a convention. This is people. This is children. Periodic reminder that COVID still never actually went away. Exactly. These are terminally ill kids being exposed to a crowd of people that didn't know they were going to be there. I have to emphasize that. What if one of the people in the crowd was sick with like a head cold or a minor flu and thought to themselves, oh, whatever, I'm going to a con. And then they show up and there's a Make-A-Wish kid with an immunocompromised system out in public being exposed to everyone live on stage. But it gets worse. The kids had to introduce themselves one by one. The event was live streamed to Facebook. Cameras were zoomed into these children's faces, snapping photo after photo. I was shell-shocked. I was horrified about what they did to these kids. But I was pulled aside because I had to sing. Because Rita had to go on stage and sing. Con sickness is already a super common thing even without a pandemic. Oh my God, yeah. Every con, people get the con flu. It's just a thing. When you get that many people together, one of them's gonna be sick. One of them's gonna be a carrier with not knowing. One of them is gonna show no symptoms, but have the virus. And by the virus, I don't even mean COVID. I mean anything. So what's Rita to do? Well, she got on stage and she sang. Jason Page and the two other winners of the contests. They brought their A game. We all sang well. My eyes couldn't stop darting at the Make-A-Wish kids and my friend sobbing at the back of the venue because of what happened. When the performance finished, I was congratulated by the con head. Yay! Thank you so much. This is great. I loved your singing. Yay! At that point, I was disassociating. Yeah. I'm with you, Rita. I don't know how you handled it at all. The fact that you were able to go up there and sing and perform for these people, that is incredible. I admire Rita so much in this moment. Not only has Rita, through the first 2 days, gone through with the con itself, like she's a con goer like everyone else, but she's also been forced to be staff, been ignored as someone who's part of the contest, shoved on stage in front of people she didn't expect to be around, and performing live for this convention. And then they told us to go back up the stage without Jason because we are singing on the stage again. Just us. The cosplay people came up on stage and they announced the contest winner. And they wanted me and the other winners to be the intermission number between the contest and the TCG finals, the trading card game finals. So we did it. We performed the Pokemon theme song again. Just the three of us. She's employed by them at this point. She's an indentured servant. She's brought to this place as a VIP, a winner of a contest, and now she's being paraded around as a benefit to the con with no appreciation for her, no treatment befitting a guest, let alone an employee, and being forced to perform live with no prior notice. At this point, I just wanted to go home, but while I was sobbing, they tapped my shoulder to tell me there was a possibility I would sing again, and I should be on standby. Yeah, just pause your life, Rita. Here, you know what? I'm gonna be the con organizer. Chat, you're Rita, I'm the con organizer. You ready? Hey, no, hey, Rita, okay, we're gonna need you. Rita, we're gonna need you to stay for a bit. You could go up to sing again, okay? We're gonna need you to stay put. We might need you to sing again, okay? Okay, thank you. And I leave. I didn't end up singing again. Okay, sweet, so Rita had to just stay for no reason. But I did repeatedly beg the staff to take down pictures of my friend who did not consent to be filmed. My best friend has sociophobia, fear of being social, fear of social media. And the staff was informed by day one, prior notice. But they still posted videos with them and lied they would not post. They promised to tell the post-production staff and take down the pictures. I left the con thinking they would do it. I hoped and prayed that the kids didn't get anything from the audience. I barely slept. In the morning, I lost it. I took down every single post I made in promotion of the Pokeverse. Remember, in order to get her prize for their Pokemon event, the stamp event, she had to take 9 pictures of every booth and hashtag Pokeverse at Pokeverse, basically creating free promotion for them. Took down every one. Good, Rita. I took down my conscious entry. Good. I made this status on my art page about Pokeverse. I left an honest review of my experience. Now, I've read through this. It's mostly covered what we've talked about before, but there's a couple things I wanted to point out. I received my ticket on the day of the convention itself. I had made multiple posts and comments saying my messages were open, and even put my email on my Facebook page. I checked with other participants, and they also received their tickets late at night. Rita won VIP tickets and to sing with Jason Page, and didn't get their ticket till the night before. That's how late this was had. Pokeverse responded with this.
Hi, Bintu Reno. We apologize for the oversight. We are investigating the matters with the production team. The organizers have been very busy with post-production, but have said we'll reach out to you personally to make sure your concerns are addressed.
Okay. All the private messages completely ignored, but make it public and ooh, suddenly they're listening.
It's our first event with very little time to prepare, but we do agree that a lot of things need to be improved for another season. But we appreciate your participation. We'll continue to take your feedback. Do better next time.
Love the PR response. Oh, did we do something bad?
Oh, did we do something bad? Oh, we'll do better next time. Oh, we tried so hard. Please DM us privately.
Rita did.
As we did have your prize bags available on the day and were supposed to be given to you.
Why wasn't it?
After the performance, and we will have it delivered to you within the week.
Give us your address.
We have taken down the Pokesinger video as well for the time being.
So the Pokesinger video is the one where Rita is singing with Jason. That wasn't the problem. If you remember 2 seconds ago, what was Rita asking? They were asking them to take down the photos of their friend. Not once did they mention the Pokesinger video. Their friend.
But we really appreciate you for being part of the event, and we hope to excite better for another one.
Thanks for helping us run our event and helping us do things correctly. Thanks for giving us free labor. Hey, you want to do it again? I'm not sure the legality of posting DMs. Good to be scarce on that. I appreciate it.
Sorry for the delays. We only had 2 months to plan.
Even if they sold tickets 3 months before.
Sorry about the videos.
And they told me to privately DM the organizer. Rita's been trying. At the end, even if they were already apologizing, even if they already acknowledged they screwed me over, they still wanted me to perform a task for them. Oh, Rita, can you tell us how to improve for the next con? Can we keep in contact so we can do better? Now, I'm going to talk about something a little bit heavy right here. And chat, if you've suffered abuse before, this may be slightly intense, but I'm going to go over patterns of abuse here, okay? This is a clear case of abuse of power. This reminds me immensely of what it's like growing up with someone in a position of power over you, abusing you. You bring up a concern to them, and they ignore it. They push back. They push you. And when they finally break and they go, oh, I'm sorry, listen very carefully. An apology means nothing without action. An abuser will apologize as a tool to be able to make you stop talking. They are not admitting fault. They are telling you what you want to hear so that you will stop bothering them. That is what's happening here. This is what's happening. Deflection. It's our first event. Oh, hey, whoa, it's not my fault. We're very busy. Hey, whoa, we're trying here. DM us privately. Why are you talking about this out loud? Like, talk to me personally about this first. Like, it's kind of crazy what you're doing. We have your prize bags. No, I was going to give it to you. I just forgot. Like, it's here, I swear. Like, I think it's kind of weird that you would bring it up because we're going to send it to you anyway. We took down the video. Oh, hey, we took it down. We took it down. What? You didn't care about this one? It was the other. Yeah. We took it down. We took it down. Well, we really appreciate you for being part of the event. I hope you set you for a better one. But hey, don't worry. It'll be better next time. Hey, I'm sorry. It wasn't really my fault. There were these things that are a problem, but I mean, like, I'm sorry that it happened. That's what it is. This is classic abuse behavior. Classic abuse behavior. Action speaks louder than the words. I've learned. Exactly, Mekama. I'm sorry means nothing without action. I told them I will only submit feedback publicly, so here I am. Here is your feedback, Pokeverse. Take down those videos of unattended minors. Take down those videos of congoers who did not consent to be filmed. Take down the live stream with sick kids you dragged onto stage. And now, one last thing to show you. The Pokeverse website. I found it. And there's something interesting about the Pokeverse site. This con ended 2 days ago. And look, daily cosplay contests. Uh-oh, it's not loading. Page not found? Well, return to homepage. Return to homepage? What about the official license collectibles? Oh, page not found? Well, what's next? TCG Pogo? Live music, stellar I mean, there must be so much more to this. Oh, wait. Page not found. Huh. Weird. Oh, shit. Tickets. Tickets to this con that happened 2 days ago. But surely, if nothing else on the site works, surely the tickets won't work. Right? Oh, wait a minute. The tickets work. Hold on. I think I'm an adult attendee. Maybe I want to, let's go this Friday. Yeah, holy shit. Actually, let's go all 3 days, chat. But surely, wait, it worked. I added it to my cart. Surely it won't. The checkout won't work, right? Wait a minute. You know what? I think I should give them my full name, email address, mobile phone number, and country I'm from. For a con that ended 2 days ago that you're still selling tickets for. And that is what I wanted to bring you today. That was the story of Rita and her journey through the Pokeverse con. And I gotta say, if there's any more updates on this, if you guys see anything on this, I want it in my Discord. I want it posted in my Discord, because I am on this like a dog on a bone. This was so good. God damn. And Pokeverse, get your shit together.